Good morning, dear students. So we are continuing the same chapter. That topic name is alpha particle trajectory. So today's our topic is alpha particle trajectory. Before that, we have already discussed the Rutherford atomic model, Thomson's atomic model, alpha scattering experiment also. So this is all about we are studying how the structure of the atom. So from the alpha particle scattering experiment, we came to know that an atom is having almost an empty space, because in the experimental observations we came to know that it is being found that from the experiment many of the alpha particles are traveling along the straight line. There we have taken a thin gold foil. So radioactive element is being placed. From that the alpha particles are being emitted and it is being passed through the thin gold foil. It is found that many of the alpha particles are traveling along the straight line. Only few of the alpha particles are scattering with more than 90 degree. So it is being I have drawn this diagram here. So this is about the alpha particle trajectory. Trajectory means path here. Okay. So let us, we are considering that here a nucleus. So these are the alpha particles, okay, or you can say alpha rays, right? So this is the first alpha particle, second alpha particle, third, fourth, fifth, like this. Okay. So here an alpha particle having a charge of 2e, as the alpha particles are the positively charged particles having a charge that is 2e. So when any alpha particle, any particle which is being traveling at a distance r, so then its force can be written as its electrostatic repulsion due to the nucleus is being written as F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught ZE, it is 2E divided by R square. So this is what the electrostatic force due to the nucleus. Okay. So as Z is atomic number, it is, as Z is atomic number, and here we are having a helium nucleus having a charge that is 2e. Okay. And when any alpha particle which is traveling at a distance r, here r is the distance between the two charges. Here Ze is one charge and 2 is one charge. So that's why product of the two charges here. Okay. It is Ze 2e divided by r square. So F is representing the electrostatic force repulsion due to the nucleus, right? So now let us say, for example, now what is here d here? As I am writing here, this d means here distance of closest approach. Distance of closest approach, and b is the impact parameter. And here theta is the scattering angle. So what is this distance of closest approach? Let me explain you that one by one. What is this distance of closest approach? What is this impact parameter? So these are the main two important definitions here. There is distance of closest approach and impact parameter. So let us, we are considering here a nucleus, a helium nucleus, which is having a charge of 2e, right? So these are the alpha particles which are coming from the radioactive element. So let us, we are considering the first alpha particle. Okay. When consider a first alpha particle which is traveling along the straight line. Okay. Initially the first alpha particle which is traveling along the straight line is having a kinetic energy. It's having an initial kinetic energy, that is E, where E represents the kinetic energy here. So जब ये straight line जब travel कर रहा है तो उसके अंदर कुछ initial kinetic energy. So it is found that at some distance, say for example, the first alpha particle which is traveling at this distance, which is traveled this much distance from here to here, after reaching this distance, at this distance, what happens? The kinetic energy of the alpha particles becomes zero. Right? The kinetic energy of this alpha particles becomes zero here. And at this distance, the potential energy of the alpha particles increases. So this distance, okay, this d is called as the distance of closest approach. Right? When an alpha particle which is traveling at some certain distance, where the kinetic energy becomes zero and the potential energy increases, that distance from the nucleus at this point here, यहाँ से यहाँ तक, इस distance को क्या बोलते हैं? Distance of closest approach. So there what happens? Again, why it is being stopped here? Because why the kinetic energy is becoming zero? Because as the nucleus here, it is a helium nucleus here. It is a positive charge here, right? And this alpha particle is also a positive charge. So due to this, there will be a large repulsion. Hence, the kinetic energy is becoming zero here. So again, what happens? Again, it is retracing along the same path. फिर से वापस उसी रास्ते से वो travel. Means here it is scattering by an angle of, that is 180 degree. Okay. Say now the next, as we all of you know that nucleus is a positive charge here. Okay. So this is a positive charge and alpha particle is also a positive charge. So that is why the alpha particles, the first alpha particle is retracing along the same path, or you can say it is being scattered by an angle of, that is 180 degree. Okay. So this distance is called as a, where the kinetic energy is becoming zero and the potential energy increases. This distance is called as a distance of closest approach. Now again, so now let us consider the second alpha particle which is traveling on a straight line. And what happens? When it reaches here, it is being scattered more than 90 degree. So when it is being scattered more than 90 degree here, so from this initial velocity of this second alpha particle, suppose for example, suppose if this alpha particle is not repelled, अगर ये repulsion ना होता तो ये alpha particle straight path travel करता है. तो यहाँ पे कुछ repulsion हो रहा है. Because of this repulsion, this alpha particle is also positive charge and this nucleus is also positive charge. So due to this, both are having the same charge, that is positive charge. So what happening here? It is being repelled here. यहाँ पे repulsion हो रहा है. इसकी वजह से यहाँ तक आके जब repel हो रहा है, मतलब क्या? यहाँ पे इसका जो scattering angle है वो more than 90 degree हो रहा है. So इस distance अगर ये ना repulsion ना होता तो ये हमारा initial path होता है. ऐसे straight travel होता. So this distance, this perpendicular distance from the initial velocity of this alpha particle, this perpendicular distance is called as an impact parameter. It is called as an impact parameter. Now same here, next third alpha particle. Again this third alpha particle is traveling on the straight line and it is being scattered with less than 90 degree. ये 90 degree से less scatter हो रहा है. फिर से ये ऐसा ही जा रहा है. Next fifth particle is traveling on the straight line. So only few of the alpha particles here. So there are more alpha particles which are traveling along the straight line. Our atom is this one, and in the atom we are having the nucleus here. Right? So many of the alpha particles are traveling along the straight line. Only few of the alpha particles among 1 in 1000 alpha particles is being scattered by an angle of, that is, 180 degree. It is experimental. It is being formed in by the Rutherford alpha scattering experiment. So, and few alpha particles are scattered more than 90 degree, and few of the alpha particles are scattered less than 90 degree. Many of the alpha particles are traveling along the straight line. So at this here, when the alpha particle is traveling along the straight line, right, then its kinetic energy at this distance is becoming 0 here, and the potential energy is being increased. Okay, so now what will be the kinetic energy? Initial kinetic energy. The initial kinetic energy, it is when it is traveling, it is being written as kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. That is 2 EZE divided by this d. Okay, so this d is nothing but what? It is distance, right? So when since here it is becoming 0 here, and the potential energy is how much kinetic energy is being lost at this distance, that much potential energy is gained by the alpha particles. So that's why we can write here the potential energy can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon, that is 2 EZE divided by d. So this will be our potential energy here of the alpha particle at a distance d from nucleus to at this point. Okay, so because यहाँ पे ये दोनों यहाँ पे इक्वल इसलिए हो रहे हैं, यहाँ पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी और यहाँ पे पोटेंशियल एनर्जी इसलिए इक्वल हो रहे हैं क्योंकि यहाँ तक उसका जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी था अब वो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी में कन्वर्शन हो रहा है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी 0 हो रहा है। जितना यहाँ पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी लॉस हो रहा है उतना ही यहाँ पे पोटेंशियल एनर्जी उतना ही गेन हो रहा है। That's why this kinetic energy will be equal to the potential energy. Here U is representing the potential energy. So that's why U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 2 is divided by d. Okay. So this is what the alpha particle trajectory. So as we came to know that distance of closest approach means what? It is that distance where the kinetic energy of the alpha particle is becoming 0 and the potential energy is increasing. That distance is called as a distance of closest approach. And impact parameter, it is that distance, perpendicular distance from the initial velocity of the alpha particle. This perpendicular distance is called as an impact parameter. Right? So today we will stop here. So in the next class we will continue with the next topic. Okay? Thank you, dear students. And also, dear students, you should remember one formula here for the impact parameter. So the impact parameter is given by V equal to d by 2 cot theta by 2. And you should remember that here. So this is the impact parameter. V is equal to d by 2 cot theta by 2. So smaller the impact parameter, then larger will be the scattering angle. So here, I am writing it this part here. So B is equal to d by 2 cot theta by 2 here. Okay, this B is equal to d by 2 cot theta by 2 is equal to, it is the equation for the impact parameter here. Okay, so now if here theta is equal to 180 degree here. Okay, if theta is equal to 180 degree here, then if theta is equal to 180 degree here, then cot 180, that means what it is 0. So here impact parameter becomes 0. So you should remember that this point here. When theta is equal to 180 degree here, the impact parameter becomes 0. When the scattering angle is equal to 180 degree here, at this point, we can observe this is 180 degree because 180 degree means what? Straight line, right? Okay, straight line. So B is equal to 0 only when theta is equal to 180 degree. Now, if suppose and B is smaller here, B is small, impact parameter is small when this theta is greater than 90 degree, and B is large, impact parameter is large when theta is less than 90 degree. So these are the points you should remember here. So impact parameter becomes 0 when theta is equal to 180 degree. Impact parameter B is representing, B means impact parameter. B is small when theta is greater than 90 degree. B is large, theta is when theta is less than 90 degree. Okay. So these are the important points you should remember here, and also you should remember these equations. Okay. So we'll continue in the next class. So our next topic will be continued in the next class. Okay. Thank you, students.